Hey there, I'm Kevin here at CD Baby, and joining me today is Mary Gauthier, stopping by the CD Baby headquarters. Mary, it's great to have you.
CD Baby World Headquarters. How many titles here? 4 million.
And they're right on the other side of this wall too. So yes, lots of artists here. It's great to be interviewing you at CD Baby. Normally I have to do these over the phone because we're in Portland and so secluded from the rest of the world. But you're playing tonight. Where are you playing at?
The Aladdin Theater.
Excellent. So you've been an independent artist for a while and have grown quite a reputation of diehard fans and just kind of going the way of the independent artist. And we'd just like to hear about, first of all, tell us about how the current tour is going. I know you're on tour by yourself this time, doing solo.
Yeah.
Kind of tell us about how the tour is going, and you've got a new album, too, you can talk about.
Yeah. We released a record called Trouble in Love through CD Baby, an alliance, June 15th. Of this year, 2014, and so I've been on the road all of June into July now. I'm going to be on the road till the end of November, and it's going to keep going after that, of course, but wow. I'm on the road.
Wow.
All over Canada, England, Ireland, Scotland, Italy, Norway, Holland, all over the States, East Coast, West Coast, Middle, South, North. I'm road dogging it, and I'm carrying CDs with me on the dates, and people are buying them after the show.
Yeah.
They're not dead at all. They may not be selling in stores like they used to, but they sure do sell at shows. At least mine.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. You're out on the road, got a new album. How has the business been shifting for you some, or where you're seeing revenue streams come from, or is it still been the same old sell CDs at the shows and now we just get download money and streaming money? Partly why I ask is because you're in the songwriter community, the Americana community, and those are diehard fans, and just kind of curious if what you're experiencing is different than what we hear about in the mainstream music industry, as far as like the top 40 artists are struggling here or there.
Yeah, I think my experience is different. I think, first off, we should just state the obvious. I'm older, and so my fans are generally older, and they want a hard copy of the record.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll buy it at the shows, and that's generally where I sell it. Through my CD Baby account, it's almost all downloads, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm awesome with the downloads. There's no problem with that. That has changed totally.
Yeah.
But the day-to-day life in terms of playing shows and going to the table after, meeting people, T-shirts, CDs, and vinyl, it keeps me in business, and I don't see it getting any smaller than it was. It's about the same. If you go out and sign them, meet people, they want to have. First of all, they want to help us, artists. The fans want to help us, and I love the sort of Amanda Palmer approach. All we have to do is let them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do. I let them help by going to the table and talking to folks and signing stuff and meeting people.
Is there anything specifically that you're doing on the road that you feel is working and connecting with fans that you've seen? Hey, this when I do this, the fans seem to respond. Besides writing great music.
Oh, well, something I've tried new this year that I've never done before is going to the table before the show.
Oh.
And I always thought you had to make a big entrance on stage and sort of hide prior to coming out. And then I realized that that's some sort of show business misconception that I got in my brain for reasons I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that if I go to the table before the show, people will come up and they'll start buying.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out, well, I didn't find out, but I discovered this new way of doing things because I played a show where Kinky Friedman had been. And the promoter said, hey, Kinky Friedman ordered 150 books delivered to this little coffee shop. He sat there as people were coming into a show and signed and sold the books as they were entering. He sold every one of them.
Wow.
Like, okay, if the Kingster can do it, I can do it. And ever since then, I just demystify the whole thing. I'm not on a star trip. I don't need to make a big entrance, and I want to meet the people. I want to take down that barrier, and in a way shake the hand of every fan that I have, and get them on board for real for every record that I make. And so, meeting people is the key, I think, for me. And that's my new thing, and it's working.
That's good. It's good. So you're out on. We were talking before we started recording that you're out on tour, and you're actually going solo this time. You don't have a band, but I'm assuming that you probably have a decent sized team working for you, helping you.
I do.
Explain what all the pieces are that you have in place, and how you kind of manage that day to day.
Okay, so if you don't have a record deal, you've got to be a record company. And for me, I'm a long time, since the very beginning, CD Baby customer. All my titles are available through CD Baby except the 2 that I got signed to a major label. So there's 6 here. And if my lawyers are successful in getting those 2 back, we're working on it. They're going to be running through here as well.
Tell me how that goes, because I'm got a couple I want to get back myself.
Well, I think the way it works is you have to license it from them.
Yeah.
They're going to own it.
Yeah.
But they will issue a license, and you have to pay. But I want them.
Yeah.
They're manufactured here and sold through here. And Alliance gets them in the stores through CD Baby, and CD Baby gets the MP3s through all of the possible different World Wide Web locations that I don't even know about. Aside from Amazon and iTunes, there's about 500 billion others, and so there's that part. Now, to get people to find these, you need a publicist. So I've got this amazing publicist in Nashville that I really trust and like, who does CD release publicity, which is different than road press. But they do both. But the CD release publicity is much more expensive. A release can cost you quite a bit of money monthly, but you've got to have the publicist, and you've got to have a great one. And then they'll lower the fee for the monthly fee as you go into just road press and the release cycle is over. So the publicist is part of the team. Radio promoter, you've got to have somebody calling those stations and getting them to play the record. So I've got a radio promoter. I've got a person providing management services who oversees all of this and does about 100,000 other things, including fixing broken things that were broken by me. Like, I booked tonight's hotel accidentally in 2016. I don't know what happened there, but I'm stranded.
It happens. When you're booking that many hotels, it all happens.
I'm stranded. Help. The things that I make mistakes, she helps fix. She oversees the whole deal. I've got a web person who does my website construction and the code, the workings of the code for the site. I do my social media. And I'm a big proponent of artists doing their own social media because I think the fans can tell. So I'm in a dialogue with the fans, and it's daily. 2 Facebook pages and Twitter and Instagram, so I'm all over that. What else have I not mentioned? There's a booking agent who gets me the tour dates. There's a person who does the day sheets that gets me to the shows and tells me what time load-in is, what time dinner is, whether there's a dinner buy, all of the things that I need to know on a daily basis, what time to check out of the hotel. There's different agent in different countries. So each different country in Europe has a different agent. T-shirt manufacturers. You guys are getting into vinyl, hey?
Yeah, we're now making some vinyl.
I'm so happy. That's been a big problem. To find a competent vinyl manufacturer that will deliver on time instead of 6 months after the release.
Yes.
It's been a nightmare. And so I'm so happy you guys are doing vinyl. I highly recommend running it through here. That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
And so that's a whole other thing. The person who designs the artwork for the vinyl and the artwork for the CD. There's a lot of people on the team.
Wow, you do have that is a large team. I mean, the only thing missing is that would be a record company, which you don't need. So
or want.
Or want, yeah. You mentioned the radio promoter for an artist in your genre. What stations are they going after? I'm just curious.
Well, I'm Americana, but I'm also folk, and so it's Americana / folk. There's a lot of folk stations. There's a lot of Americana stations, and they probably are all getting about 1,000 CDs a day. So how do they know which ones to listen to? Well, they listen to radio promoters that they trust and have long-term relationships with, and they'll take mine out of the bottom of the 1,000 CD a day pile and put it on the top and give it a try. There's stations throughout the country that will play this, and they just need to be spoken to. I could do it, but there is no free time.
Yeah.